Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you are watching this, that's a cute little outfit, girly. Whenever you are watching this, know that I appreciate you. 'Tis I, Jay, and I'd like to welcome you to another day in the daily life of Jay. It is Friday. What? I got a little tired. Crud. It is Friday, January 15th, 2021. And it is about 8:20 in the morning. And I am headed to work. And I didn't do a vlog yesterday. Didn't do a daily vlog yesterday because the husband had his back procedure done yesterday. And that was interesting. For one, they did more than we thought they would. We thought that they were going to start the process all over again. I've said in previous videos how it is a 4-step process. He actually did step 1 and step 2 earlier last year, right before the pandemic hit and shut everything down that was considered non-essential, especially in the medical field. So we thought that because it had been so long, they would start the process all over again. Well, turns out they had sympathy on the brother, and they did not start the process all over again. And see, and the thing is, they never clarified for us if they were going to start it all over again, or if they were going to pick up where they left off. They never clarified for us. Even after asking the questions, they never clarified for us. And it might have been because they weren't 100% sure themselves. So yesterday, they actually just picked up where they left off. So he had the procedure done, and he is in a decent deal of pain right now. However, he is, even though he doesn't like the pain, he's accepting the pain because he knows that it's going to lead to him being pain-free. So what they did, and I can never remember the name of the procedure because it is like a 3-part name. I don't see any people on that train. And it's had like 3 or 4 cars. I didn't see any people. It's like a 3-part name, and and one of the names begins with an F, and I can't remember the name of it. But it's the process where they burn the nerves. It's the process where they burn the nerves. Now, for me, and now that I think about it, it might be ablation, but I'm not 100% sure. It might be something ablation, but I'm not 100% sure. I know that ablation, well, I can't even say that. I don't know the name. If I find the name, which it will be on his paperwork, when I find the name, I will try to remember to include it here. I don't always remember to do that kind of stuff because when I review my videos, I get to a certain point and then I stop watching and I just go ahead and format them. But I'll try to remember to include the name here at this point or somewhere in the video, probably at the end, just because that's easier to do. But yeah, so I will, so the process was done yesterday. Like I said, he's in a decent amount of pain, but he is tolerating the pain. He's accepting it because he knows it will lead to him being pain-free. We do not know if they're going to do step 4 yet. We will know that when we talk to his pain management doctor. Once we talk with her, which will be in a week or so. Once like they did both sides, but we're not 100% sure that they did all of the nerves. So they may have just done some nerves on either side, and then they'll wait to see how it goes before they make up their minds to do the nerves on the other side. Yes, please stay in your lane because you're toting a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, that's what happened yesterday. So I didn't record yesterday. I actually was wondering if I would be able to get to work yesterday, and I told them I may or may not come in. I wasn't 100% sure, but they doped him up so tremendously that it was like watching a baby learn to walk for the first time. And it wasn't because of, even though I just witnessed that, and I know that was because of the pain, but to see him come out of the operating center, the room, and he was able to walk on his own. He didn't want to be pushed. He didn't want to be in a wheelchair. He didn't want any assistance walking out. He wanted to just walk out on his own, which I thought was hilarious because, like, when I say that this dude was doped up, he was doped up. And he told them that he was fine, but he really wasn't. He really wasn't fine. So he came wobbling out, and I got him into the car and got him home. We got something to eat, and I got him home. And then I tried to. He did lie down a couple of times. He did take a nap a couple of times, but I tried to get him to understand that lying on his back, or on his stomach rather, may not be the best thing for him to do, and it's because it's what he's used to doing. It's what he did, and it was horrible for him trying to get up out of that position, and there was really not much that I could do to help him because he was on his stomach. That's an awkward position to try to help somebody out of. So the best that I could do was kind of like help him roll a little bit onto his side, and then help him from that spot. So yeah, I had to stay with him. He was doped up for a good portion of the day. It finally started wearing off. Like, his coherence was back, but the pain meds themselves for his back started wearing off last night right before I got into bed. So that meant that it was going to be a rough night of sleeping, which it was. He really didn't sleep. He kept getting up because he was in so much pain. He wanted me to rub his back at one point, but it was difficult to do because he was in so much pain, and I didn't want to rub the incision points. I didn't want to rub the incision points. So I just kind of lightly, and I guess it was just too intense for him. So he said, never mind, just stop. And it was hard for me to do that lightly. Do you know how difficult it is to have your hand, or your arm rather, in a position kind of hovering above something and just going in circle? That is tough. That's a workout, man. So it was tough for me to do that because I'm still working. I haven't even started. I can't even say still working. I haven't even started working on my arm strength yet. Right now, I'm just trying to get my stamina up so that I can breathe, get back to breathing normally and catch my breath normally. I haven't even started working on, excuse me, on the strength training. So yeah, that arm, and I did it with both arms, and that's a workout. Jeez. So yeah, that was yesterday. That's why I didn't record a vlog yesterday, because we really had to deal with that, and I really wasn't interested in trying to record around that. He was not really ready to, as I told you guys, that we are going to start doing our own, doing a video together, rather, not our own, but a video together, videos together, a podcast or something like that together. And he wasn't ready to start the process yesterday, which I can't blame him. I mean, that's an uncomfortable place to be in. Like, for me, when I had my surgeries, I didn't have, once I got home from the hospital, I was ready to actually start recording and talking about the process. And if I'm not mistaken, it should be here somewhere. I believe I uploaded it. If not, I'll take a look, and maybe I will put them up later. I thought that I did, though. But that's me talking about my second surgery. I didn't so much do a video for the first surgery because the first surgery was a shock. It was a shock. It was unplanned. It was an emergency surgery. So I did not do a video, a vlog for that one, other than while I was in the hospital bed and I was going through the initial process after being diagnosed. I did a video and talked about how, you know, we need to listen to our bodies, and that was a live, if I'm not mistaken. I did that live. I didn't do an actual video. I wonder if I still have that one on my Facebook channel, my Facebook page. I will look to see if I even have that one still, because I don't know that they hold the lives. I don't know how long they hold lives. I don't think they hold them for more than 24 hours. So I'll look to see if by chance it's there, but I don't think it is because it's over 2 years old at this point. So yeah, I do remember with the second surgery, I did vlog, I did videos. As a matter of fact, I see the pictures that I had associated with the videos quite often, but I don't remember if I actually posted the videos talking about it or not. So yeah, I don't blame him for, I don't blame him for, you came and you got in front of me and then you're going super slow. This person clearly doesn't know where they're going. Clearly they don't know where they're going, and I've got to get away from them because they are literally driving as if they're looking for a parking space in the middle of the road. So anyway, he wasn't prepared to record yesterday, which is highly understandable. So I didn't do anything yesterday. Just tended to him. I cooked dinner, and I'm disappointed by the dinner because I forget that sometimes when you buy like packets, pre-packaged meat, like frozen meat, you are not getting the best quality cut. So I had in my head that I was going to make some beef and broccoli last night. I've been trying to make the beef and broccoli all week, and so I had some frozen pre-packaged beef, cut up beef, and I had my broccoli and I had my rice, and I forgot that it's not the best cuts of meat. What I'm going to have to do is buy some steak and do it that way, because it was fatty, it was chewy, and the seasoning was on point. The seasoning was on point. It was pre-seasoned a little bit because it was actually the fajita meat, so it was slightly pre-seasoned. I just had to cook it the rest of the way, but then I seasoned it because I didn't want it for fajitas. I wanted it for beef and broccoli over rice or with rice. So I seasoned it my way, and the seasoning was perfect. But the meat was tough. It was fatty. It was chewy. It was a disappointment. So I didn't even package it up for lunch. I didn't even package it up concept was great. Great concept. I just need to get a steak and cut it up instead of doing prepackaged meat, because then that way I know that I'm looking at the actual meat itself, and that I'm actually cooking the meat myself and not overdoing it. I'm slicing the meat, I'm cooking the meat myself. So I'm gonna try it again. It's just, it won't be anytime soon though. So I did that. And dinner was later in the evening than normal, because I did my live with the Writers Guild. Someone is messaging me. Oh yeah. One of the young ladies at the church in Chicago. She and one of the gentlemen at the church married this weekend, or this week rather, which is great to hear, great to see, but I never even thought that the two of them, and I remember that his wife passed away. The guy, he was married before I met him and his wife. We knew he and his wife, as far as, you know, in passing and being a part of the auxiliaries that we were a part of. And I forgot that his wife passed away, because I was like, why? How did they get, what happened there? And then my husband reminded me that his wife passed away. So they are married, and I think that is a beautiful thing, a really beautiful thing. So I did the live with the Writers Guild and the CEO yesterday, and we decided to do it via Zoom, because what we have found, or what she has found, because I told her it's not my baby, I'm not taking responsibility for it. I did it for the first 2 weeks. It is now yours. She is unable to operate the live the way she wants to, but I think she finally figured out how to make that happen yesterday, although she still did it through Zoom. She did log onto the live, and for Facebook, and she just let them know that we were in the Zoom room, and if they wanted to join us via Zoom, that they could. They just needed to let her know. So maybe when we do this next week, she'll leave them both up. I don't know. I think she's still going to do I'll let them know that they can meet us in the Zoom. It doesn't matter to me one way or the other, because it's not mine, it's hers, so she can do it however she chooses to. She can do it however she chooses to. I would, for mine, which I've told the husband I'm going to start doing more and more, that is going to be, in order for me to hit the markers that I intend to hit for this year, I have to be more active and visible on social media. So I started writing my goals down. I started writing my goals down yesterday so that I can keep top of mind. And I didn't say my I am statements this morning. That's disappointing. I had to write them down so that I can keep them top of mind. And then do what it takes to make that happen. So for each goal, and this is totally off topic and has nothing to do with what I was just talking about, but for each goal, I told you guys I'm working on my vision board. So I've got my digital vision board done. It's on my phone, it's on my tablet. I see it daily, constantly, because I am either on the phone or on the tablet, or looking at the phone or looking at the tablet throughout the day on a regular basis. So I have it there so that I'm reminded. But then I also have to do my traditional vision board, which I'll finish up this weekend. But then I also want to do the bullet journal version of it, which allows me to get more detailed with the things that I am trying to accomplish. And with each goal, for those of you who are just really good at just making the vision board, and then if you don't, if you don't see the things through, if at the end of the year none of those things have manifested, one of the things that you can do, you should do as you are creating the vision board, is also marking down, writing down, notating how you're going to accomplish the thing that you say you're going to accomplish. What will it take for you to get that thing done? And then you follow those steps. And there are different organizational softwares, apps, planners, things of that nature to help you do that. Or you can just get a good old piece of paper and a pen and start writing it down. Because a lot of times we have all of these apps and all of these things that will make our lives easier, and they are great for what it is that they say that they are, and they do what it is that they say they will do, but they don't always stick. Came and got in front of me, and then you ran the light. These things don't always stick. And sometimes it just takes you. I'm going to always be a proponent of handwriting, and you could use an app, and you can set the reminders, and all of that is great, but sometimes it's just best to write it down, because that way it will stick with you, because you are actually writing down your thoughts on paper, going through the motions of writing it down. And I say this in my Writing to Release course. You are going through the motions of writing it down, getting what's in your head and in your heart on paper. The feelings that you feel as you're thinking about these things are coming out as you write them, and it makes an imprint on your brain. And once you see it in your handwriting, it means something more to you. It means something more to you, and you're able to stick with it better. But that's for some people. Some people have to have it done that way in order for it to stick. Some people are good with using apps and calendars and reminders and things of that nature. Some people are really good at doing that, using the technology to make it work for them. Some people are great at that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not at all saying don't use technology. And then some people have to do both. They have to use a combination of technology and handwriting. And I am one of those people where I have to do both. It's good for me to have the reminders in my phone or on my calendar, that it'll pop up to let me know that I need to do something. Like, I have a reminder every day to sit down and study. But I have to revamp that reminder because it was based on my previous schedule. My current schedule does not allow for me to do it the way that I had it set up before. So I have to take the time to go through and reset that schedule. And it's good for me to have that. But because it's reset to the old schedule and not my current schedule, I'm prone not to do it. But with that said, it's good for me to have it. But then I also, in some cases, have to write things down as an added measure of a reminder, so that I can get the things done that I need to get done. So the word says, write the vision, make it plain. And I'll tell you where that is in just a moment. I'll put it at the bottom, or I'll put it at the end with the information about the procedure that my husband had done. But what I was trying to say is, a lot of times we are not accomplishing those things that we put on our vision boards or our goal list for the year, because we have not mapped out how we're going to accomplish those things. You have to, in many cases, map out how you're going to accomplish it. So you could say, for me, just using this, just using myself as an example, I want to network more. Even though I'm not doing a whole lot of in-person stuff, I want to network more. So what do I have to do in order for that to happen? I have to join groups, which I'm already a part of groups. And then once I'm a part of the group, I have to become more active in that group. This person in front of me clearly doesn't know how to drive. I have to become more active in that group. So if you are not a part of any groups on Facebook that are geared towards what it is that you're trying to accomplish, or offer you some kind of support, then join groups on Facebook. Don't join every group, because I've said before, I'm a part of 100 and some odd groups, and I'm active in very few of them. But they all offer something that I could use if I were more active in them. So I have to decide what, and I'm giving myself 5 groups. I have to decide what 5 groups am I going to become more active in that I already participate in. And when I say more active, I mean I am at least once a week going into each group and either offering up a comment or offering up a post rather, or commenting on something that's already there. And I'm not just commenting to be commenting, I'm commenting because it is a valid, it means something to me. So I'm going to comment on that. The other thing that I need to do is become more active in community organizations. So even though we're not doing a whole lot of face-to-face anything, I am connected to, not that I have my certifications, but my goal is to make that happen. I am a part of an organization that is geared towards getting women and minorities certified as certified women-owned businesses or minority-owned businesses and things of that nature. So I need to participate in more of those activities. Like there's a training coming up next week. I have to be in that training and then also vocal where I need to be vocal, not just speaking for the sake of speaking, but speaking if there is a valid point that I need to make, or if I'm commenting on someone else's valid point because it stuck out with me. So that's one of the ways that I can become, those are two of the ways rather that I can actually network more, be more active in the groups that I'm on, at least 5 of the groups that I'm in on Facebook, but then also join organizations or become a part of an organization that has these trainings on a regular basis, or these informational sessions on a regular basis, and be more vocal in those. So and that's just one example. So if you've got these goals that you want to make for this year, and I'm again going way off of where I started, but if you've got these goals, and I'll probably put this on my pro channel, that you want to make for this year, you've made your vision board and it all looks great to you, have you mapped out how you're going to accomplish each of those things that you have written down? Each of those things that you say you want to do, have you mapped out how you're going to get them accomplished? So do that. Do that. It will help you. And at the end of the year, even if you haven't done everything on that list, if you've mapped these things out and you've been active, honestly active in getting some of these things accomplished, and have accomplished some of them, if not all, then you should feel good about that. That's one thing that you can check off your list for the following year. And then the things that you did not get accomplished, you put them on the list for the following year, and you actively make those things happen. So yeah, you gotta have a game plan. You gotta have a game plan. The word is so clear: write the vision and you make it plain. Again, I will put the scripture in here so that you have it, and you know how to, and you can go to it and you can read it in the context that it's meant to be, and you can also see how it is applied to the vision boards. So in saying all of this, I now have an idea of what my next video is going to be for the pro channel, and even my next blog. So thank you for allowing me to do that. All right, so I'm going to get in here. It is probably 8:50 at this point. 8:49. I'm going to get inside, get my day started. And with that, peace and blessings. Remember to walk in your purpose and know that I appreciate you.